The Society has a wealth of extraordinary members. Our next award is the Kean Medal. This medal recognizes a clinician or educator whose dedication to clinical tropical medicine and impact on the training of students, fellows, and/or practitioners of tropical medicine is in keeping with the tradition established by Dr. Kean. And this year, as with the Bailey Ashford Medal, we have 3 Kean Medal recipients, and each one of them, I think you'll agree, is a giant in the field. For the first Kean Medal, will Dr. Peter Weller please come to the stage to present to Tom Nutman?
Thank you. It gives me great pleasure to present Tom Nutman as one of the recipients of this year's Kean Award. The attributes of Tom, which is forward here. We see the Where's
should be the
green button? Okay, sorry.
Yeah,
There we go. Thank you. Sorry. So as summarized here, Tom is an MD, completed internal medicine training, and then in 1982 joined the Laboratory of Parasitic Disease as a fellow. And Tom has stayed at that lab ever since, becoming now the chief of the Laboratory of Parasitic Diseases. He has a number of major contributions and multiple publications, as you see. His research is focused on helminthic parasites, especially the filarial parasites. But very much in the keeping of Kean, Tom also has distinct expertise in clinical tropical medicine, and amongst his chapters and writings, as well as his presentations in various venues and lecture halls, Tom has exhibited his expertise and shared his expertise with clinical tropical medicine. The other part of the award is that, just like Kean, there's an expectation that he's had an impact on the training of students, fellows, and practitioners. And Tom has also excelled here. So I've listed Tom's trainees, and as you can see, a substantial number of trainees at all kinds of ranks, and these have been ongoing over the years. For a number of this experience working with Tom has been a career-defining experience. So I will close with a picture of some of the trainees. Many of them were very willing to send in their pictures of themselves. They're so grateful to Tom. So it gives me pleasure to bring Tom to the stage. Thank you. Tom, thank you.
Thank you. I want to thank Peter for his incredibly kind words, and I'm really deeply honored to have been given the Kean Medal this year. I'd also like to congratulate my 2 co-recipients, 2 friends of mine and longstanding colleagues. I need to acknowledge, though, a number of people, if you don't mind. First and foremost, Frank Neva, who's the second recipient of the Kean Medal and the person who actually hired me. And because his love of clinical tropical medicine was infectious, and he taught many of us the value of marrying careful clinical observation with laboratory-based scientific inquiry. I need to mention Eric Otteson, who provided a laboratory environment for me when I first started at the NIH and allowed for scientific growth and made me understand the importance of the integrity of your data. But most importantly, I really need to acknowledge all of the former and present clinical fellows, postdocs, graduate students, and others who let me into their lives and really have taught me much more than anyone could imagine or hope for. And then finally, to the members of my family, 2 of whom are here, Ruth, Karen, and one of my kids, Alex, all of whom put up countless dinner conversations about wiggly worms, elephantiasis, and other less appetizing entities. So thank you all very much. I'm really deeply honored.
Thank you, Dr. Weller, and congratulations, Dr. Nutman. Our second Kean Medal recipient is Bill Petrie, Jr. Will Dick Pearson please come to the stage to present to Dr. Petrie?
It's wonderful to present this award to Dr. William A. Petrie, Jr. For his outstanding and exceptional contributions to clinical tropical medicine, teaching, research, and patient care. Bill's been exceptional in every respect. I had the privilege of meeting Dr. Kean 40 years ago. If we could go to the next slide. You need to imagine him, though, probably with a red vest. I'm sorry, this is a black and white picture, but he was bigger than life, a renowned physician at Cornell. And in that same year, next slide, please, I met Bill Petrie as a student, MD, PhD student at UVA. And Bill fulfills the criteria of this award amazingly well. I polled his 40 graduate students, PhD, MDs, who hold leadership positions now around the world. And one of the leading comments was, Bill has a very special and unique ability to connect with people in highly productive and creative ways. And that's been true of his basic research into the molecular biology and immunology, immunopathology of amoebiasis, and throughout his collaborative efforts on one of the world's greatest tropical diseases, that is childhood diarrhea, both the acute diarrhea, but also the chronic effects of an infection with inflammation, weight loss, and development. Bill served as president of the society, as you know, and also was our society's scientific program chair from 1992 to 2001. And it was during that time that Bill worked with and mentored many in the process of building our annual meeting into a premier international event and in bringing the best science and scientists to bear on health problems of the poor and disadvantaged. Bill's had an equally outstanding career at the University of Virginia, head of the Division of Infectious Diseases and International Health for many years. He won our All-University Teaching Award in 2013 in recognition of his seamless integration of scientific discovery, patient care, and teaching. So here are a few comments from 40 of Bill's former trainees. Bill is an A-plus physician and teacher, 3 exclamation marks. His passion, dedication, and hard work in the laboratory and field are legendary. Bill is a fantastic scientist and mentor, one of a kind and a treasured friend. He provides enthusiastic support while encouraging independence. He's an excellent teacher, mentor, role model, and a great inspiration. It would be impossible to count all the ways that Bill has helped me in my professional life. He's shown me what it means to conduct innovative, impactful, and clearly communicated science. He makes time to congratulate his trainees for their achievements and champions their work at every opportunity. His perseverance, diligence, and unwavering purpose to do the best science in order to help people suffering neglected diseases is truly admirable. So if I could have the third slide, please. Dr. Kobe Watanabe wrote and sent this picture. Someday I want to be the physician scientist like Bill Petrie. You're always the best teacher of my life. Bill, congratulations.
Thanks. It's an honor for me. This is a room filled with teachers and leaders in tropical medicine, and to share this recognition with my friends Tom and Mary is also spectacular. It's about 10 years ago, I was at the graduation of one of my graduate students, and for the first time I met his mother, and she was telling me how Eddie had always enjoyed science, and even in 3rd grade, he was the one that was going to the science fairs. And I suddenly realized that I had been entrusted with her son for his education. And I've thought about, like, how does one deal with that responsibility? And I think there's 2 things that I've learned. First is to hold your trainee to the highest standards and expect the very most from them. And to do that in a setting of unconditional love for them. So regardless of what the outcome of that training is that you're there in support of them. So thank you again for this wonderful honor.
Thanks, Dr. Pearson, and congratulations, Dr. Petrie. Those are beautiful thoughts. The final Kean Medal, will Chen please come to the stage to present to Mary Wilson?
Good evening. I'm so pleased to be able to present the Kean Medal to one of my mentors, Mary Wilson. Mary is adjunct professor at the Harvard T.H. Chen School of Public Health and clinical professor of epidemiology and biostatistics at the School of Medicine at UCSF. One of the seminal experiences in Mary's training was a period of work in Haiti at the Albert Schweitzer Hospital starting in December 1974. She treated many patients with TB and with infections rarely seen in the United States, such as tetanus. One of the special features of the experience was the way the physician founder of the hospital and his wife extended their work into public health with major immunization efforts and then into larger community development, including agricultural improvements. This inspired Mary to study the ecology of disease and reinforced her broad interest in tropical medicine, global health, and the relation of place to disease. These interests blossomed into her book, A World Guide to Infections. The book, published in 1991, reflected Mary's expertise in the ecology of infections and emergency of microbial threats, travel medicine, tuberculosis, and vaccines. The middle photo is Mary in Yellowstone Park in 1997, delighted to find the bacteria mat, true to her infectious disease training. Now, these are some photos of Mary from Harvey Feinberg, her husband. The photo on the left is Mary with Chinese youngsters on their first foray into medicine in China in 1975. And that's an interest they have sustained over these decades. Mary received her MD from the University of Wisconsin, internal medicine residency and infectious disease fellowship at the Beth Israel Hospital in Boston. She devoted 20 years as chief of infectious diseases at the Harvard-affiliated Mount Auburn Hospital in Cambridge, Massachusetts. The quote on the slide is from a display at our hospital today. So Mary is from the generation where few women were physician role models for her, and she was especially eager to serve as a role model for the rising generation of women in medicine. She mentored many students and fellows at Harvard, particularly those who trained at Mount Auburn, and many have become professional collaborators and lifelong friends. Mary has had so many accomplishments. Her papers, academic and scientific articles, and chapters and books are too many to name. She has been a special advisor to the GeoSentinel Surveillance Network, a global network that studies ill returning travelers and migrants. With Mary and her mentees, the lines between student, teacher, and colleague and friend are melded. She is constantly on the lookout for ways others' careers can be advanced, and she has helped propel many others in their professional trajectories. And these are photos of some of her mentees and collaborators and colleagues and friends. The bottom left, if I could get that, is a recent photo of Mary on a hike in Oregon with a river in the background. Finally, Mary had done graduate work in French and English and taught before matriculating in medical school. I don't know how many knew that. So literature and writing were always important to her. And she has continued to share her knowledge, her expertise through many writings. She has her latest book, Antibiotic: What Everyone Should Know, was recently published by Oxford University Press, sharing her knowledge with the public, the general public. So I'm very pleased to be able to present this award to Mary Wilson.
Thank you very much, Lynn. Thank you also to Michelle Berry and to many, many other colleagues and friends who supported this nomination. I'm really honored and humbled to receive this award. I see all of my students and colleagues as those who bring inspiration and joy to me. I also would like to mention and remember tonight Jay Keystone, who was a great mentor for many of us, who did receive this medal in the past. Finally, I would like to, although he cannot be here tonight, I would like to thank my husband for his steadfast support through all of the work that I have carried out. Thank you again.